evening, and thanks for tuning in. I'm Jenna Budell with the WJTS News. A 36-hour manhunt ends with the arrest of two wanted subjects out of DuBois County. Earlier this month, the DuBois County Sheriff's Office completed an investigation into two separate burglaries involving a deadly weapon in DuBois County. As a result of that investigation, warrants were issued for 27-year-old Robert Knox and 18-year-old Lily Robinette. On Monday, the Indiana State Police began to look for the two. During the investigation, police found that the two were a high risk to public safety. Tuesday night, Knox was found hiding in an outbuilding in Orleans. Knox was taken into custody without incident. Robinette surrendered to authorities a short time later. Both subjects were transported and booked into the DuBois County Security Center. Knox faces charges of burglary with a deadly weapon and burglary of a dwelling. Robinette faces charges of residential entry, breaking, and entering the dwelling of another person. A suspect wanted in connection to murder in Vigo County is now in custody. 29-year-old Philip Adderson of Terre Haute turned himself in at the Johnson County Jail on Monday. He is now being held in the Vigo County Jail. Adderson is accused of murdering 38-year-old Sarah Henderson of Terre Haute on Christmas Day. Her body was discovered in a storage unit in Terre Haute on Friday afternoon. No injuries are reported after a car crash in Jasper on Tuesday. 38-year-old Eric Curtis of Huntingburg was pulling up to the 15th and Green Street intersection and failed to yield the right-of-way, crashing into 71-year-old Anna Hostetter of Jasper, who arrived at the intersection first. The drivers were not injured. Curtis was cited for failing to yield the right-of-way. Curtis's 2007 Pontiac G8 and Hostetter's 2004 Oldsmobile Alero each suffered $2,500 in damages. The number of novel coronavirus cases continues to rise throughout DuBois County. The Indiana State Department of Health reported 94 newly confirmed cases and no additional deaths on Wednesday. This brings the countywide total of COVID-19 cases to 4,524 and 47 deaths since the pandemic began in March. The county's 7-day rolling average for all positive tests is 24.1%. To see a breakdown of the county's COVID-19 cases by age group and for more information, visit coronavirus.in.gov. The best way to protect yourself and others around you is by practicing social distancing, washing your hands frequently with soap and water, and to wear a mask. The Indiana State Department of Health reported 4,819 new cases of COVID-19 and 109 additional deaths on Wednesday afternoon. The Hoosier State has now recorded 505,017 positive cases and 7,812 deaths since the onset of the pandemic in March. The numbers for our viewing area are as follows. Starting off in DuBois County, 4,524 cases with 47 deaths. Pike is reporting 910 cases and 25 deaths. Spencer, 1,468 cases, 14 deaths. Perry, 1,168 cases, 21 deaths. Martin County reporting 573 cases, 11 deaths. Davies with 2,254 cases and 67 deaths. Orange County, 1,201 cases and 31 deaths. Knox with 2,859 cases, 38 deaths. Crawford, 582 cases, 7 deaths. Posey with 1,859 cases, 26 deaths. Lawrence, 3,238 cases and 63 deaths. Gibson reporting 2,972 cases with 54 deaths. Warwick, 5,169 cases, 87 deaths. And Vanderburgh County reporting 15,234 cases and 198 deaths. To see a map of cases by county, at coronavirus.in.gov. Indiana officials say the state has set a single-day record of newly reported COVID-19 deaths. The state reported Tuesday that 164 new COVID-19 deaths occurred Monday. The previous record was set on December 22nd with 143 deaths. The Indiana State Department of Health says another 4,028 Hoosiers have been diagnosed with COVID-19. It brings the number of Indiana residents known to have had the virus up to 500,282. The state agency also says more than 20% of the 2,951 patients hospitalized with COVID-19 on Monday were in intensive care. Indiana doesn't track the number of people who have recovered from the virus, but if you compare those 500,000 positives to the 7,700 coronavirus deaths in the state, you get a recovery rate of over 98%. A popular sports website is helping small businesses across the United States, and a local clothing store was chosen for the fund. Siebert's Clothing in Jasper was chosen to be a part of the Barstool Fund, run by Barstool Sports and founder Dave Portnoy. In the submission, store owner Jim Siebert stated that to keep the store running, he hadn't taken a paycheck in over 6 months. The news made its way to Siebert's Clothing Tuesday as Portnoy called the store personally to announce that they would be part of the Barstool Fund. Portnoy says it was one of his favorite calls while doing the Barstool Fund. But that wasn't the only good news Siebert's received on Tuesday. Football star Tom Brady shared Portnoy's phone call with Siebert's on his social media and says that he would be donating to the Barstool Fund. As of this writing, over $10 million has been raised to support over 40 businesses. Siebert's has been in operation since 1922. They are located on the square in downtown Jasper, with stores located in West Baden and French Lick. Faculty members at the University of Evansville want the chance to propose their own campus realignment. Professors are furious with a plan from the school's president that would trim more than a dozen of underused majors and cut dozens more jobs. The university's faculty senate yesterday says their plan could avoid those cuts. But the faculty members say they need a better look at the university's finances and other information to build their plan. They would need the university's president to release that proprietary information to them. You may see more coyotes out and about over the next few months. The Indiana Department of Natural Resources is reminding Hoosiers that seeing more coyotes during the winter is normal and should not cause alarm. Young coyotes are leaving their parents to find a new home, and breeding season starts in January, making them even more active. Coyotes are common everywhere in the state, even in urban areas like downtown Indianapolis, Fort Wayne, and South Bend. Bare vegetation also makes them easier to see. They are an important part of Indiana's wildlife community and help keep the rodent population under control. Coyotes tend to follow people and like to eat plants and animals around yards and homes. Problems between coyotes and people are uncommon, but the DNR says it's still important to be proactive in preventing them. Remove food and water sources, keep pets leashed or contained, and try to scare a coyote when you see it. Making these animals feel unwelcome around humans can help maintain their natural fear of humans. But never corner or chase a coyote. Always give a coyote a path to get away from you. And if you see a coyote and want it to leave, make it feel uncomfortable by yelling, waving your arms, spraying it with a hose, throwing tennis balls or small stones at it, but don't throw anything that could be food, like apples. Carrying a jar of coins to shake or a small air horn to make noise. To learn more about coyotes, visit wildlife.in.gov. Memorial Hospital and Healthcare Center in Jasper is offering a new stroke survivor and caregiver support group. The group is free and is made possible through a partnership with University of Louisville Health. It gives stroke survivors and their family and caregivers the chance to talk openly with others who share similar experiences. The first support group will be held on Tuesday, January 26th from 1 to 3 p.m. in the Medical Arts Building Conference Center on West 13th Street in Jasper. The group will be held monthly and pre-registration is not required to attend. For more information, call Mary Jo Eaton Calhoun at 812-996-6364 or Brandy Back at 812-996-5912. You can also email questions or comments to strokesupport@mhhcc.org. Stay tuned. Weather and sports are still to come on WJTS News.